You ever get that feeling that somebody's watching you? You ever get that feeling that you're being watched? You ever get that feeling? Yeah? Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. What is up, chat? Where am I? Where am I? Chat, where am I? Oh. I came into existence. Hello, chat. Hello. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Senpai. Hi, Royal. Hi, Minnie. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Reddy. No, never. Never. I would never be watched. I'm not being watched right now. Hold on. This is my shit. This is my jam. Hold on. What is that? What is that what's that saying? Shut the fuck up, my shit is on. Me inside my... Hold on. Alright, I just wanted to hear the drop. Anyway, hi chat! Whoa, Jonathan, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Thank you so much. You were lagging, Royal? Uh-oh. Yeah, it wasn't on my side, so I hope it is not a consistent issue for you. But welcome to the Saturday stream chat. And no surprise whatsoever, we are doing some art. But I do have something else planned for today. We're gonna do a little bit of commission work just because I want to get like my how do I say it? Old man Windbreaker, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Thank you. But we are going to be working on a little bit of comm work, chat. Thank you for the head pass. Thank you. A little bit of comm work, and then I want to make some more emotes. Last night, chat, I made this emote. Look at it. It's so dumb and cute, and I love it. And I remembered that I love animating, so I want to do some more. So you'll notice I've got a lot of animated emotes that are from the emote lab. I added them in just in case, but I think my favorite one genuinely is this one. I love it so much. You can't really tell what they're doing. It's just my biggest gripe about it. I think I just need to re-render them. But I'm gonna make animated emotes similar to this, but I want to use the hand animated thing, not the tweening animation. I wanna do that because I think that makes emotes so fun. I've always shied away from them because they're really hard to remake when the Crash Out one is a good one, yeah. You're welcome, Minnie. I don't know what you're thanking me for, but you're welcome. But no, so I've had a few emotes that I hand animated, chat, and if you've been on the channel a while, you know which ones. This one is probably my oldest one, and if you open it up and actually look at it, it is rough. This emote is rough. If you actually, like, blow it up and look at it. But it was my first real time, like, figuring out how to animate something. I was playing COD, right, and you appeared. Why are you playing COD, Minnie? You should, put that game down. Put that game down. You don't gotta be playing all that. No, I'm kidding. If you enjoy a game, play it. Triple kill, another triple kill, and a double kill? Holy huge. Actually, wait, maybe you should stay playing it. Hold on, you might be cracked. I never got triple kill. I was so bad at the game. I was so bad at COD. I kind of played it brain dead though. Like, I didn't really play it for realsies. I was a very much run in, shoot, if I die, I die. I did not play tactically, I did not position myself well. I am, Grandmaster 4, bro. What? Holy Minnie. But yeah, I want some of these. I want to completely reanimate. I really have been wanting Chet to reanimate this one. I might still have the file for it somewhere, which if I do would be so fucking good. Because I really don't want to like go over top of it again if I can help it. Also, Clip Studio Paint really does not like Clip Studio Paint doesn't like me importing GIFs into it, which is really upsetting because usually I want to use GIFs, so I either have to convert it to an MP4 or I have to just eyeball it, and eyeballing it sucks. I don't want to eyeball this emote specifically. So we're going to, hold on. Is that? It is, hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I live near a fire station, and every once in a while, they deploy their firefighters, and they always go right by my house. So I did not want you guys to hear that, so I muted for a sec. I'm not cute. This is not true. I am big and manly. I am manly. Chat, there's testosterone flowing through my veins. Do you want an emote idea? I'm always open to emote ideas. But right now, I want to focus on... But the thingy... I have made a Biden blast! It's not an emote, it's a sticker, but I did make a Biden blast. Yeah, it is a sticker in my Discord. It's also an outdated design. I made so many things while... What? Wolf is playing Pokemon while at work. He's such a goober. Been pleading. I've thought about making my goober into a pleading emote. The problem is I only have 3 animated emote slots left on Twitch. So I would really like to repurpose old animated ones and my placeholder ones first before I think of new ones, if that makes sense. I should start making goober emotes? No. I do have another goober, at least one more goober that I'm gonna have to do soon. That's why I want to work on commissions just a little bit. Probably for like an hour, chat. Here, we're gonna switch over. Okay, we're not gonna switch over. Hello? Okay, yeah, that is set to the right thing. There we go, look at this. I almost... This is the gayest shit you'll ever see today. But also, chat. So you know this emote, right? This emote, I have been really hesitant to remake. Because I actually have merch of it. It was part of my first merch. I have a sticker of it sitting on my desk. I haven't put it anywhere because I'm too afraid to put it somewhere. And then I'm gonna I want it to be somewhere where I can consistently see it. But I don't know. So last night I started this. And I really like it. I am, however, struggling with the skin tone. Struggling pretty heavily with the skin tone. But I like that so far, so I think we are gonna remake this. I might remake this, and I've been thinking about contacting Uwu Market to see if maybe I could get this replaced. Like, I could have this instead of the old one. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if that doesn't happen, then I might be... So chat, I've been working on my own merch store for probably 3 or 4 months. And I was going to release it back in January. But then I found another website that makes keychains. The first website I was using does not make keychains. Second one does. So I'm looking. I don't know if I'm going to switch, but I've postponed dropping any merch because of that. And I don't know when I'm actually gonna post it, like make it. I have a lot of really solid ideas. But I mean, this I want it to be good enough quality that you guys are willing to buy it. But I also want like cheap alternatives, right? And so I've been considering... I want to make sure that the website that I use ends up being the right website, which is why I'm kind of going back and forth about it so badly. But whatever website I decide on, if Uwu Market does not let me sell this instead of the old one, this will probably be released as a sticker on that place. I'm not saying I'm not going to be partnered with Uwu anymore. If you guys want to buy from Uwu, I really think Uwu's stuff is good quality. I'm sad that you have to wait so long, but I think that's kind of the... It's kind of the price you have to pay for getting really good quality and make-to-order stuff. So I appreciate Uwu for that kind of shit, but like... At the same time, it really sucks that I didn't have the freedom to post just make whatever I want. I have to go through a bunch of people. Having my own website, will make that a lot easier. It'll make that so much easier. I can just post whatever I want. If I don't like something, I take it down. You know? If it doesn't sell well. Or you guys also could give me feedback on if you don't like something. It's like, yeah, I'd buy that, but I really don't like it. I think the design could be better. I could be like, all right, I'll back to the workshop. Whereas Uwu, if you guys didn't like Uwu's design, it was kind of like, tough. So, but this will give you guys the option to buy Uwu if you want, or you could buy something else if you want. Hopefully, I'll get that up before, like, June. I'd buy it if I was allowed to have a job. That's true. Anyway, we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna get this line art and colored. Not shaded. We're not gonna shade it today. But that's gonna take maybe a half an hour, chat. We're gonna do that and we're gonna yap for a little bit. And then I'll get started on what the actual stream is about. I've kind of come to this conclusion, chat. Oh, that was clean. I'm getting so good at line art. I've kind of come to the conclusion, chat, that I have to work on my commissions a little bit every day, or else I will just not do it. And I've got a few really big commissions coming up. So basically, chat, I got a bunch of smaller commissions at the beginning of the month that I could just power through. And then like, most recently, I've gotten, like, I want to make that the actual color. Job's still giving me excuse for not giving me custodial positions? What the fuck? I don't understand how fucked up the system has to be if you can't even get a janitor's job. Like, what do you mean? Like, janitor, like, no offense to the janitors out there. They're very important and do a super important job. But, like, isn't the point of being a janitor, like, anyone literally can be a janitor? My applications from 3 months ago are still being reviewed. Yeah. I would call them. Call them and be like, so what's going on? Like, I need an answer. I need to know if I need to move on or not. That's my biggest advice to anyone who is like, oh, I can't get a job. When you apply somewhere, like, and I'm not saying you're not doing this either. I'm just talking to in general. When you apply somewhere, you need to wait. Like, if they're like, hey, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks, wait 2.5 weeks and then call them. Or wait exactly 2 weeks. They said they just have so many applications. Okay, so either they're not actually hiring. Like, if they needed someone, it wouldn't matter if they had too many applications. They would be hiring someone. If their excuse is, oh yeah, we just have so many applications to sift through. Like, if they actually needed someone to work for them, they'd be sifting through those applications. Like, you know what I mean? They don't actually need anyone. That's something I kind of picked up on while I was helping Wolf look for a job. 50 positions listed and no actual hires? Yeah, either it's because job or businesses can get tax cuts if they have positions listed. So they'll have something permanently listed and then we'll take no applicants. People will submit their application and they'll just not take anyone. And if anyone calls and asks, the default thing is, oh, well, we're still sifting through all the applications. No, they're not. If they really needed to hire someone, they would have sifted through the applications week 1 and they would have hired someone. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, thank you so much for the 35 stream streak. Thank you. It is really shitty that they can just do that. I really feel like if there's a way that you can prove, like if there needs to be a way that you can prove that these aren't real listings, and they need to be able to get in trouble. Because, like, it's so ridiculous that these places... When I was looking for a job a few years ago, I applied to, like, 20 or 30 places. One of the places that actually outright denied me, they bothered to send me, like, a denial. They bothered to send me a denial thing, like, hey, we've reviewed your application and we've decided that you are not a match for us. And I was like, okay, that's fair. That job listing, which, by the way, states that it is something that is needed, like desperately. It's one of those, like, you know, we're short on workers, we really need this. It was a job at a hospital, like, you know, when you go to the doctor and there's this person at like the office that checks you in and stuff. Like there's it was one of those. I've never been to the doctor. I can't tell if you're lying or not. Okay, so for anyone who has never been to a doctor, when you go into the doctor and say, "Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm here to see so-and-so." They check you in, and then they direct you to the right waiting room, and then, you know, they go about their life. It was one of those jobs, and that would have been super easy for me. I was way overqualified for it. They said, "Hey, we've reviewed your application. You're not a match for us." And I was like, that's really weird. I actually thought that maybe I got, like, they ran a background check on me and found my VTuber account and decided that that was too weird. That was the thing I went, like, that was the conclusion I came to. But then I realized, literally to this day, which, mind you, chat, I applied for that job in, like, 2022? Yeah, they, that job listing is still there. Nothing has changed. It still says, like, you know, desperately need this, you know, a person here. They have not hired anyone. That is still sitting there. They're auto-denying people and then not hiring anyone. So we were like, oh, that's a fake listing. Should be illegal. But yeah, the only thing that has literally ever worked, I'm being so serious and it's really sad, the only thing that has ever worked for me or any of my friends to get a job is we have to know somebody who's working there already. We basically have to have our friends get us in. I have never been able to get a job just, like, even this job that I have right now, the caregiver that I am, it was because my aunt worked there. And so she recommended me. I would not have been able to get that job without her. They would have probably just auto-denied me. Shit is fucked. I'm really tired of it. I think we need just like a big reset button. For America specifically. I don't know how, I've heard it's not nearly as bad in other countries. But like, either, like, you're not the only one that I know who is struggling to get a job right now. There's so many people that I know that are like, that's how I got my job, because of a family friend. Yeah. It's basically, you have to know a person to get in. That's basically what it's become. Which is really unfair to people, like, that are maybe new in the area or don't have those kind of connections. I don't know if this skirt is gonna look good. I hope it does. Damn, I made them thick. Their legs are not, like, correct. We're gonna fix that, chat. I think that's an easy fix. I think all I have to do is bring the legs over here. There. Literally, easiest fix in the book. The great meme reset? Oh my god. My Windows 11 is now de-slopped? Hell yeah. We love de-slopping Windows 11. Oh, what's the best way to draw this? Legs too thick? No, it wasn't that the legs were too thick, it was that they were disconnected. They looked like they weren't connected to each other. My space bar broke again. I don't know why this happens. I think genuinely the best thing that I've ever done for line art is animate. You learn to animate or to line art so fast when you have to line art for an animation. Ooh, that looks weird. I only had a gig of storage left. Now I have 12. Holy bro. God. 12 gigs of slop. All right. Let's get this colored. Please let me make a new layer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been thinking about brute forcing Windows 11 and running that same program that you're running, Royal, to remove all the slop. It actually tells me that I do not have the necessary stuff to run Windows 11, which I've found is a lie. For some reason, you need this like one specific thing in your PC to run Windows 11, or for Windows 11 to like, I don't remember what it is, but we looked into it. I can technically do it. I'm so fucking tired of Windows. Honestly, if I didn't know Windows and wasn't so reliant on it for my art, yeah. But I don't understand Linux. Yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at mentally as well. I do not understand Linux whatsoever, but I am so tired. I'm tired of Windows bullshit. Do I want to make this one? I think I do. It's almost like there's a monopoly. Yeah. It would be really cool if somebody else comes up with like some kind of oh, what are they called? operating system that doesn't do that. That also is as convenient as Windows is. Because, like, I feel like the only other one that really competes with it is, like, Mac. But, like, man, you can't do shit on Mac. Fuck. Check the back on. Sing a sad song. The CIA and FBI are inquiring as to their location. They just want to trust? What? 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 Why is the CIA... What? I didn't do anything. You'll never take me alive. You can't have my cheese. Fuck. I'm gonna color this right this time. Last time I low-key colored it wrong. Well, I didn't color them wrong. I just didn't, like, the actual art of coloring. Like, I used the wrong colors as the base color, and I had to make up for it in the end. Little bride and I get what I want. Spot little bride and I get what I want. Hi, Drago. Fucking big ass truck going by. I don't know if you guys actually heard that, but I'm sorry if you did. What if the scrub way was called the woke way and instead of drawing twinks, he drew twinks, but even gayer? I feel like I'm fairly woke already. I mean, it might just be the trans pin on my head and the trans pin on my actual model, and the fact that I am a trans man, and the fact that I actively have said fuck ice. But I feel like I have a feeling that I'm already pretty woke. The term woke is very funny. It's so funny. I don't even know what it means half the time. I think people just say it. Like, obviously I know the actual definition, but it's just been the actual, like, the people just don't know the actual definition of woke, and so they just use it for anything. It is funny to rage bait people with the term woke. Playing Tomodachi 2 of Hugh Morris when it releases for Hugh Morris. I have no idea who that is. I'm gonna take this blue. I'm gonna make it a little darker. There we go. Oops. Wrong way. What if the scrubber was called the Dark Way, and instead of drawing, he made fart jokes because he's dark woke? No. Total drama clocked. I feel like this is coming from a total drama enjoyer. I am not a total drama hater. At least not like the first 2 seasons. I think after like season 2, it was like, all right, we don't need all that. But I was also like 17 when season 3 came out, so like I was not a child anymore. I was in my era of like, I'm not a kid anymore. A Total Drama Island is a lot of just fart jokes. I think it had a lot of cool stuff going on, and I think the story itself was really good. But God, there were times where I was just like, this is just a fart joke. Season 3 and 4 is good. Well, I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I never watched it because at that point I was a bit old. I was a bit older, I had other things on my mind, and I was just like, yeah, I've seen enough. I also was a giant... Oh, what is their name? Was it Duncan and... Who was the... It wasn't Courtney, was it? She's the brown-haired girl. Courtney or Gwen? It wasn't Gwen. Gwen was the emo girl, right? Or the goth girl. No, I didn't ship them. I think it was Courtney. I was Duncan and Courtney all the way. So, like, in season 2... Yeah, she was the know-it-all girl. Yeah. I shipped them really hard. Because I'm such a sucker for, like, bad boy and, like, the good girl that kind of lets loose because of the bad boy. That was my shit as a kid. I loved that shit. I still enjoy it, but, like... When they broke up in, like, season 2, and then Duncan started getting with, Gwen, and then Gwen broke up with her boy, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I clearly only watched that show for the shipping. I'm like that really heavily, I've noticed. I will just straight up drop a show because they're not shipping the characters I want. Speaking of shows I dropped recently, holy shit, chat. Can I rant to you guys about Beyblade X? Duncan fumbled so hard. That's what I'm saying! He would have had a good life with her. That's all I'm saying. She would have treated him right. She would have been a little snobby about it, but she would have treated him right. Chat, you need to find yourself a girl who's a bit of a snob, but isn't afraid to let loose when she can. That's the best kind of girl. That girl's gonna treat you right forever, and then she's gonna have wild moments that are like, ho, excellent. Or a boy, you know. That's what, if that's the way you swing. There's a lot of men enjoyers in my chat. What was it? Oh yeah, Beyblade X. Holy shit. So me and Wolf were watching Beyblade X. Because Wolf's in a huge Beyblade hyperfixation right now. And I was enjoying the show. Like, in the beginning, the show was really hype. It was cool. Girl who said I wanted a girl. I still like girls. Fuck my joke. What? I don't get what that means. He fumbled both the goth girl and the good girl and turned her evil, Lamau. Wait, did he? Oh my god, that's actually so funny. Yeah, no, fuck that show, man. I feel like they gave into, like, shipping culture a little too hard. And there were a lot of people who shipped Gwen and Duncan, like, really hard. And so they were like, yeah, let's give that to them. But in order to do that, we have to break him and Courtney up. So, like, and then we have to break Gwen and, was it Trent? I want to say his name was Trent or something like that. He was the guitar guy, the weird guitar guy. He was a little weird, but, like, he was sweet. And he was especially sweet to Gwen. And I really, really fucked with that. Like, the kind of grungy chill dude with the goth girl, that's a good vibe. I enjoyed that vibe. And I feel like they broke up, if I remember right. Like I said, I haven't watched the show in a while. You said girls and then corrected yourself while I was writing it. Oh. If I remember right, the reason they broke up was genuinely because Gwen did some bullshit, which I think I was pissed about too. I think a lot of the big criticisms I had for Total Drama Island was genuinely, like, it felt like they broke character. Alright, I saved this. Chat, look at this shit. Blah. And before you say anything, I sourced from this. Hold on. I sourced from this animation, which is not AI. It's not working because I fucking... Oh, it's not working because I changed it to 24 FPS. Or something like that. Hi, Skojin. Hi, Lone Wolf. How are you guys doing? But yeah, I did not use the AI version to source this. I used someone else's fan-made that's been going around. Because, fuck AI. Ew. We don't like AI chat. Scum and AI? Impossible. Yeah. My goat is washed? I'm not. I literally said I'm not using AI. Chilling today? Hope you're well. I'm doing good. Glad you get to chill today. Chat, I want to show you my problem. Where's my ref sheet? There it is. The eyeball. Alright, so I have this. This looks really good, right? I used a really nice gray for this. I've got this one. Remake. Part 2. Electric Boogaloo type shit. Right? This is what it looks like if I use the color that his ears are actually. Not quite the right color. So I decided, I think I closed it. I don't know why I closed it. But I decided essentially to go in with, where is he? I decided to go in with the furry color. It's like, okay, this is a much lighter color, and it's technically what he is. Like, this is the furry version, right? So I go in with that. Give me that. And he looks like that, right? Let me actually do this right. He looks more like that. New problem. Now his shirt is the same color as his skin. Unintentional, but it happens. So now I'm like, fuck, what do I do about that? I've thought about taking this pink and adding it in, which is what I believe this is. No. Like taking this pink like this, putting it in to give it a little bit of something. Because technically, on the furry, his face is pink. I don't know what to do with him. It's like one of those skin color dresses, yeah. I could just bite the bullet and make it a little darker simply to, like, differentiate tones. I don't think that would be the end of the world if I did that. But I'm still peeved. I'm like, why? Why did I do this? Why did I make this the same exact color? Oh. I also have to remake my furry ref sheet because I kind of want to update it. I don't know. I really enjoy my old outfit, like all of this. I really enjoy all of that. I do really miss these on the front of the sweater. But just a little dirty in the emote, yeah. I might actually do this. Because I think he's got... Yeah, look at that. It's literally almost no different. You can't see, my model's in the way. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make this a little lighter, actually. Hi, dogs. I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for lurking. Just a little lighter, Chad. Is that all I think it needs? Look at that. Look, just a little lighter, and it makes all the difference. Oh my god. Oh my god! Anyway. We can move on with that. Thanks for helping me through that, chat. I've got... Okay. When can I get comfy sleep lessons? When he wakes up. When he wakes up, I'm sure he'd give you lessons. I'm gonna leave the music turned down, chat. Because I feel like other people like listening to their own music. But, if you want me to turn it up, let me know. Oh. Hi, old. How are you? Normally I would be like, ugh, I don't want to sleep, but now looking at him, my brain now screams, OMG, I also want to sleep. Teehee. A shit ton of melatonin. Yeah. That'll... Oh, wait, I need this. That'll do it. Ooh, banger. The Rat Man! Thank you so much for the follow, the Rat Man. Welcome in. I like this shading a lot better than this shading. Gotta eat to support the Pog Mini. True. Do you stream on Twitch? I'm not sure. Maybe. I do like that, but that is the wrong color. Now this is actually Facebook Live? Holy shit. Dude, I've had people tell me that I should stream on Facebook Live, and I'm like, what? Who the fuck would watch me there? I don't even get people watching me on YouTube. What makes you think that they're gonna watch me there? Right now, I'm kind of happy with my little Twitch and YouTube setup. I would like to add Twitter on at one point. Or even Instagram, but you can't multi-stream to Instagram. That's against their TOS. But, I think Twitter would be nice as more of a way to move people from Twitter to Twitch, because the biggest thing about advertising yourself on Twitter is a lot of people go, oh cool, and then they don't get off Twitter. I want people to be able to watch me do my little thing on every platform. But I don't want to pay for Twitter Blue. Fuck that shit. I don't care if it's $3 a month. I don't want to give Elon Musk my fucking money. And I don't want a blue check mark. God, I don't want a blue check mark. Everyone who has a blue check mark, you know what? Good for you. I get it. I do not want a blue check mark. If I ever get a blue check mark, it's because of the necessity and not so much because I wanted to do it. Because I have a feeling I'll cave eventually. Exactly. Well, and then after you get a blue check mark, everything becomes like... Everyone is like, oh, rent must be due, you're engagement baiting. And it's like, dude, I've got 6,000 followers on Twitter. What the fuck kind of money am I going to make off of Twitter? None. Sure, I could try engagement farming, but like, it's not gonna get me anything. Half of them are rage baiting or scamming. Yeah, no, they literally are. I don't know. I don't want to turn my account into an engagement farming account. I want my account to be art. I'm that way on Insta as well. And I guess to an extent Blue Sky, but like, man, Blue Sky low-key dead. Like, there ain't nothing going on Blue Sky. I cannot grow on Blue Sky, but then again, I also never post, so. But I stopped posting because I wasn't growing. And I was like, alright. I need to get on that website that lets you post from multiple accounts at once. Just start posting that. The problem is now I post different things to different places. Like, I don't post actual pictures on Twitter anymore. I convert them to GIFs. So that no one can AI my fucking art. I forgot Blue Sky existed, not gonna lie. It's not bad. Getting discovered on Blue Sky is damn near impossible. Because you actually have to install like a thing onto your discovery page. Because the discovery page just recommends the people that you follow. It doesn't recommend anything else. You have to have like a post go like, I think, mega viral. There's also just a bunch of bots on it. Like, it's really odd. I feel like Blue Sky was really nice the first like few months everyone used it. But now I'm kind of like, it just feels... It feels odd. I don't know. I do wish I used Instagram more. I often forget about Instagram. And I feel like I need to get better about that. I need to get better about learning the Insta algorithm. And I need to get better about learning what I should and shouldn't post on Insta. Whoa! Whoa, Angel, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Oh, you guys blew each other up. What the heck? I love stream avatars, but welcome in, Angel. How was your stream? What did you do? What did you play? Hold on, let me get you a shout out really quickly. Oh, ignore that. I pressed the enter button on accident. There we go. Stream is good. Playing In Stars in Time. Ooh. I'll have to check that game out. Raiders Pog, yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. If you're new here, my name is The Scrubboy. I'm a Demon Rat Boy VTuber. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We mostly do art 99% of the time. Which is what we're doing today. Yeah. Angel, thank you so much for the raid. If you have to raid and run, absolutely understand. You have no obligation to stay here. But if you would like to stay here, we're working on some new emotes. So this is my old emote. This emote is like 2-ish years old. And we're remaking it today. We're remaking it into this. Definitely different. I'm enjoying it a lot. We're using my actual persona design rather than like just guessing what I might look like as an actual rat, unlike last time where I didn't have one, so I just kind of made a random color. But I'm very happy about it. I'm very excited. I'm happy to be finally remaking emotes. I feel like I remade one and now like the desire to remake all of my emotes is just there. But I hope you enjoy your food. Go get some food. I hope you have good munchies, good crunches. Thank you so much for the raid again. Thank you. That's Scrub IRL. What, the rat? No, this is me IRL. I look dangerously like this. A lot of VTubers don't make them look like their own model on purpose. No, I purposely make my model look as much like me as possible. The only thing he is missing is, like, I don't have the actual blonde tuff on the side. I want to get it. I want to do it really badly. I think when I move out, I'll do it. But right now, the job I work has no hair dye policy. So I can't dye my hair. I also, chat, I hate to say it. I I don't have rat ears in real life. I'm sorry. I know this comes as a shock to you all. I don't have rat ears in real life. I made my avatar and then I started dressing like her. That's so real though. Part of making like an avatar is like figuring out how you actually want to dress. And then realizing I could just dress like that. I was the same exact way. No, you lied to us. I know, I'm sorry. If I could be a rat in real life, Chad, I'd be a rat in real life. But no, this clothing is pretty similar to the clothing I wear. I cut up all my clothes. There will be times where I'll have a long sleeve shirt and I'll be like, I want this to be a short sleeve now. And I'll cut it. I do have multiple shirts where I took the centers and cut them just for some breathing room. I don't own a collar. I actually am not a collar wearer. I'm not even a collar enjoyer. I actually hate things being around my neck. I just thought it looked cool on him. It gave me something to put around his neck because I thought his neck was lacking when I was remaking him. But rat, you know, I listen. Master Splinter, yes. I have a lot of friends that have me named in the, like, nicknamed on Discord as Master Splinter. I think Delta has me nicknamed as Master Splinter. Need turtles then? I'll find me some turtle VTubers. Coach them. Surely some turtle VTubers exist out there. Alright, this is a lot lighter than anything else, so I want to kind of put some really light stuff on to reflect that. So, like, I'm gonna make you a little darker. Gonna make you a little darker. You. I say darker when it's actually lighter. Brighter is the right word. Just on that side specifically needs to be a little brighter because that's clearly where the light is hitting first. Whenever I see you somewhere or talk to you, I just see myself talking to your character. That's fair. I think a lot of people do that. That's part of the reason I haven't face revealed. I don't necessarily think that I'm ugly, Chet. I don't really like the way I look because less of how I look and more of I don't pass. I've noticed when I face reveal to people, and this isn't their fault. I'm not blaming them, chat. But I've noticed when I face reveal to people, they tend to start misgendering me afterwards on accident. And I think that's due to the fact that they see my face and they see a girl, and their brain kind of is like, oh, I should start calling him her now.
because that's what we're ultimately hardwired to do. We can, you know, spout all this nonsense, but that is how it is. You know, you see someone, you know, AFAB, and your brain defaults to she, her. Anyone who says that that's not how it is lying. They're coping. I'm never mad at people for misgendering me on accident. I just don't like putting myself in situations where I would be misgendered. So I don't think I will face reveal until I pass, at least somewhat. Even partial face reveals. If I don't get misgendered, I definitely get infantilized immediately. Like, I've seen, I face revealed to someone like I trusted like deeply on accident. Pass away. Yeah, I'm just passing away. I don't pass away. I'm immortal. No, I don't pass as a man. And people tend to... So I've had some people be totally normal about it, right? There have been a lot of people who have been totally normal about it. They're like, oh yeah, that's what you look like now, you know? And then there have been people who are... They change. And I don't think they change, but I notice they change. And... you can't really bring it up to them because in their eyes they don't think they're changing, but they do. They definitely do. And it a lot of times is they treat me a lot gentler. They treat me a lot, it's like they're again, I say the word infantilizing me. They start treating me like I'm not capable of doing things. They start treating me like I need help with everything. And that's, you know, some misogyny and some maybe internalized transphobia. And it can't be helped because I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think that's just the gender roles that have been beaten into their head. And their brain now sees me as not a man because they've seen what I looked like. And so that's one of the big reasons I haven't face revealed in general. Obviously I've had a hand cam before. I've posted parts of my body on the internet. I love the patriarchy. I've posted parts of my body on the internet. You guys have seen quite a bit of what I look like. I just don't think you're gonna see my face until I pass. I genuinely don't think I think that's gonna be how it is. You're not gonna see my face until, I feel like until I feel like showing my face will cause no amount of, oh, well, that's a girl. I'm not gonna face real. I don't even feel like I look like a girl all that much. I obviously do. Like, but like there are times where I'm looking at like selfies of myself and I'm just like, I think if I tried really hard to convince someone I was a boy, I think I could. I think I really could. I just look like a 12-year-old boy. I look like a 12-year-old boy, bro. Can't have shit. God, I'm trying to remember who it was. Obviously, I'm not going to say who it was, but I'm trying to remember exactly what they did. I face revealed in a VC once. I turned my camera on. It was a VC full of drunk friends. Line 2 actually paid me to face reveal, which is really weird because I would have face revealed to him anyway. But like, Line ended up being like, dude, turn your camera on right now and I'll gift 100 subs. And I was like, oh, okay. It sounds like him, yeah. It was him. And I was like, dude, nah, we don't gotta do all that. I'll just turn my camera on now. Like, but he did it anyway for some reason. I don't fucking know. And this guy came in
who I was friends with. He came in long enough to get a look at me, and then he left, and which was so demoralizing. I don't know why exactly. I hated that, but I hated that. That boy and Money. Line Chew and Money are an interesting combo. Nah. I think Lion is just silly. He did give away $200 in a tournament today. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. I didn't know he was in a tournament today. That's wild. Good for him, though. No, it wasn't Line Chew that did this, by the way. I have met Line. Me and Line have met, and Line still treats me the same this day. So before any of you guys are like, oh, he's talking bad about Line, I'm not. This is a completely different guy that was friends with me at the time. Joined the VC long enough to see my face, and then left. And I was just like, oh, it's over. It's over. And then he sent me like 50 messages just like, wow, scrubbed face, wow. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, I'm good. I should have seen the red flags, but I think I told myself he was just happy about seeing my face because he had been asking, which again is weird thinking about it. Yeah, he never treated me the same after that. He was like weird and aggressive from then on out. Ew, that's cringe, yeah. I looked like an elderly 12-year-old like the past 4 to 5 years. That's so real. I feel that. No, I had someone that I face revealed to accidentally as well. Like, I sent them a video. Thinking that I had already face revealed to them, if I'm honest. And they made fun of me. They were like, not for my face, but like, I can't believe you just casually face revealed to me like that. I can't believe you do that. And I was like, it was an accident. I thought you had seen my face already. I'm gonna be so honest. He was like, nah. But like, again, you face reveal to these people and they start treating you differently. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't understand why he's not letting me make my own decisions. Like, he feels like he should interject himself into that. It's good that you will not say my names. Say name scrub, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, listen, these people that I'm talking about, I have no ill will towards them, and I don't want them to be judged for this. I don't really think they were doing this on purpose. I think it was a mix of old, like, the way they were raised and, like, you know, the preconceived gender roles and stuff. And I think it's only something that you pick up on if you're on the receiving end of it. So it's like, you know, whoa! Dilo, thank you so much for the gifted sub! Thank you so much! Thank you! Wow! What's up, dude? What's up? I'm doing good. I'm talking about times I've face revealed and then suddenly got treated a lot differently. It's fun topic. I don't know, like, it's really weird to talk about because it's something that I feel like you have to be a trans man, specifically a trans man, to understand. I feel like you could go through something similar as a trans woman, but kind of opposite. Like, they treat you delicately and nicely while they think you're a woman, and then the second they don't think you're a woman, you get brought back to they treat you like a man. Like, I feel like trans women can get that experience, but I'm talking specifically about the experience of getting treated like a man because I present as a man on the internet, and then face revealing, and then suddenly I'm treated like a woman again because I don't pass as a man yet. Soon though. Gamers are gamers. Is that a discussion? Oh. Gamers are gamers. Whoa. But no, I feel like this is a specific trans men like thing that only trans men kind of go through. And it's annoying. I'm tired of it, man. I just want to pass. I think I will be so much more chill about face revealing once I pass. How did this happen? Hi, Chewbacca. I feel your words so hard. I can't tell you the number of times I got treated poorly for being a girl, though being treated the way I want before a face reveal is still something I've gone through even without being trans. That is true. I'm sure people go through that all the time normally. Being treated differently after a face reveal. Like, that's gotta be a universal experience. That's why I always preach that you shouldn't face reveal to people that you are sure will not treat you differently. Now, these two people that I'm talking about, I didn't think they'd treat me differently. I didn't think they'd treat me any differently. I later found out one of them, at least, maybe two, but definitely one, had feelings for me and was possibly a chaser. But I'm not confirming that. It's just my game theory. He might have been totally fine. But actually, no, I'm thinking about it. I think at least one, if not both, were chasers. Okay, so new thing. Don't face reveal the chasers. It's just a game theory, yeah. Hi, Linko. How are you? Mods, can we get a shout out for Linko, pretty please? I don't know if I have any other mods in the chat. Linko, if I don't have any mods in the chat, you can shout out yourself. I won't be angry. If not, I'll shout you out here in a second. What's a chaser? A chaser is someone who specifically either goes for only trans people, because it is their kink, fetish, whatever, or someone who will date there are kind of two definitions of a chaser. It is someone who will date a trans person, but will still kind of see them as their old gender. I've seen people call those kind of people chasers too. In my opinion, the definition of chaser is someone who specifically goes for trans people because that's what they're into. But I've heard that you could also, like, yeah, people who are specifically like, I think trans men are, a lot of times they'll belittle trans men. They'll still kind of feminize trans men. They'll be like, oh, you're just like a femboy. That's why a lot of trans men really hate the term femboy. Not because of the term itself, but because it gets forced onto them. And I'm not gonna go into, the term, like, my hatred for the term femboy, because I've complained about that so much, but there are people who specifically will go for trans people because it is a fetish for them. It's ew. It's ew. I can't really think of another word except for it's ew. Treating trans folks as a fetish rather than a person as a proper partner. Exactly, senpai. You should treat trans people like people, because that's what they are. There's a lot of stuff in the world trying to dehumanize trans people, and that's because it makes it easier for them to commit atrocities against trans people. The biggest thing that I say any person needs to do is just reaffirm in their mind that trans people are people. They're not, they're not a fetish, they're not a kink, they're not a groomer, they're not pedophiles, they're just people, just like everyone else. Stinger Odin, thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate it. Chasers are just gross, yeah. Oh. Okay, so I did make... It's disgusting and disrespectfully. We are all human beings. We should all treat people Exactly. Should all treat people with kindness. Even people we don't like. And that goes for... I say that for everyone. Because I feel like Democrats or left-leaning people, woke people, they do it too. They demoralize a lot of right-leaning people. And, like... some of them deserve it. I feel like if you're excusing pedophiles and terrible behavior, you deserve it. But a lot of times it's like you should treat them as a person first, and you'll find they're a whole lot more agreeable when you treat them as a person first. And even if they aren't agreeable, then you still are better than them for treating them like a person. Exactly, hello. If you hurt another person, or if you put down other people, or if you excuse other people's terrible behavior, fine, be mean to them. But I think unless any of that is a thing, you should treat every person with respect, even if you don't want to. I feel like if you do that within your life, if you do that in your day-to-day life, I think you'll find that you yourself will be a much happier person. You'll be a much happier person, and a lot of people will respect you more, I feel like. You'll get respect from a lot more people. You're talking about the current climate and current events? No and yes. I think a lot of the current climates, some of these people do not deserve to be treated with respect. I think if you are excusing potential, like, grooming, pedophilia, all that, like, I think you should not be treated with respect, personally. That's my personal opinion. But, I mean, if
you're not doing any of that, I don't see why I wouldn't treat you with the same respect I treat everyone else. I think a lot of people think that because I lean one way politically that I'm going to just immediately hate the other side. And I think that mentality is what has gotten us as divided as we are. And I think the only way we're going to really solve any of our problems, in America, by the way, I'm only speaking on America's behalf, none of the other countries. But I think the only way we're going to fix anything wrong in America is to come together, which is, a lot of people don't like that idea, and I don't blame them for hating that idea. But I think at this point, there's not much else that can be done. I keep thinking that's GLaDOS. It should not be left versus right. It should be people against the corrupt. Exactly. Everyone's got to get together like rats. Holy shit. Holy peak. Holy peak. We need to form the rat pack. The biggest fucking rat pack. Not everyone in the fucking pack is gonna get along. It doesn't matter. We gotta form it to get the cook out of the kitchen so we can get the cheese. That's the simplest terms. For the cheese. Oh, I put this all in the same layer. No, I'm a fool. It's fine, I fix it. I fix rat. I didn't get to see it. Usually I can hear the start of that video, but I can't anymore. I think I've got my shit turned way down. I do not have my shit turned all the way down. Maybe I turned the rat down. Maybe I turned the rat flip down at some point. I love that I started talking about chasers and then we got on to very political topics. I don't like bringing politics into my stream too much, so I'm probably going to drop the conversation. I will go back to talking about chasers if you guys want, though. Because I like complaining about them. Politics, nacho cheese versus Cool Ranch. I am a nacho cheese guy. I don't like ranch. I know that's a hot take considering I'm from the Midwest. And ranch is like our life force there, but I am not a ranch enjoyer. It's very sad because ranch is on everything. Ranch is on everything over here. Oh, that's right. That's a gauge. That's not an earring. I like ranch with certain things. Like, they have this, like, chicken bacon ranch. Like, I think it's like a pizza. They'll have chicken bacon ranch, mac and cheese and stuff. They'll do all that. And I don't mind that stuff. I don't mind ranch in that because it's enhancing the flavors. But ranch on its own or ranch as like a dipping sauce, I'm not a big fan of. Oh, hold on.
I am back, chat. Sorry. My brother came into my room. My brother's getting a new PC. He actually got a genuinely, like, decent PC. And I'm really jealous. But it was supposed to be delivered today, and it didn't come in, so he was asking me to keep my eye out, because somebody has to sign. Somebody 18 or above has to sign for it, which he is 18, but he has to go to work, so. It falls to me now, chat. Steal his RAM and graphics card? I don't need his graphics card. He's getting a 5080 graphics card. Dude, okay, no, he got 32 gigs of RAM, DDR5 RAM, a 5080. A pretty decent CPU. I think it was an i7. All for like 1,600. The only stipulation is it was a pre-built. But dude, I don't even care. I'm low-key thinking about getting a pre-built like that. For 1,600? Like, holy. And a lot of pre-builts are getting a lot better at becoming a little more. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I could literally, he's getting 32 gigs of RAM. I could steal one of his 6 of RAM and I'd have, well, no, I have DDR4 RAM. A pre-built at that price, yeah, and a reliable source. He bought it from Best Buy. Like, so it's not like some shady, like, Amazon thing. He's getting it from Best Buy. He's getting, like, a 2 terabyte SSD as well. I don't get how he got that for that cheap. Like, I genuinely don't. But he did. And I'm jealous. I am jealous. I think I paid 1,000 for my PC, and it was, like, half of what that is. But I also got it built for me. Like, I paid 1,000 for all the parts. I didn't get a pre-built. Pre-builts are a little cheaper because they're seen as a one and done PC. You buy it, you use it for like 5 years, and then you kind of toss it or get a new one. It's hard to upgrade a pre-built. They don't make it with the idea of upgrading in mind. So a lot of time, like, the case is hard to get into, or the parts are kind of weird, or, you know, that kind of thing. But PCs anymore are kind of becoming easier to upgrade. If you steal RAM, make sure it's the ones from the same package or they won't work. Yeah, no, I won't be able to steal his RAM. I can't even ask him to trade me because I have DDR4, he has DDR5. So, that sucks, but. Yeah, chat, I do recommend if you are thinking about getting RAM, I know it's more expensive now, but you should now. The RAM prices are only gonna get higher. You should not wait, see if you can outlast this, because I don't think RAM prices are gonna go down for a while. Graphics cards are also getting expensive. I really don't think that you should wait. I've actually been thinking about putting some RAM on my throne. But I also need a CPU way more, so I might put a CPU on my throne instead. They're gonna be expensive because all the RAM companies will go out of business because they're stupid. Yeah. Well, and NVIDIA graphics cards are getting way more expensive as well. So I do recommend switching to AMD. AMD is good. Yeah, no, I don't think they are. I think RAM's gonna get a little stagnant for a little while. Which, you know, RAM... RAM is super weird because, unless, like, a new... Do they even need to make new RAM? Like, the RAM that we have kind of just works. I suppose if you make a new kind of motherboard that needs, like, a newer kind of RAM... I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it all will work. Thank yous again, Scrubby, of course, Minnie. I don't know what I'm being thanked for, but you're welcome. It's because they're going all in on a shitty product that doesn't even make them any money. Yes, I do think they're going to stop working on AI stuff soon. They're gonna see that nobody wants AI. Except for, like, the 5 tech bros out there. Nobody wants AI. Micron is going out of business? Holy shit. Did I ever give this fucking rat Freckles? I didn't. Well, I'm gonna now. Do I want to give him pink freckles? Do I want to give him his normal brown freckles? That's too big. Hold on, chat. We've got a banger song coming on. Scrub stream while waiting at the car wash? Hell yeah. Get your car clean. Chat, did you know when I was a kid I was afraid of the car wash? I thought the windows were gonna open and I was gonna drown. Cause I think I saw a commercial or a video on the on TV as a kid where that happened, and I was like, oh, I fucking hate that. What if we toss you in the car wash? I'll die. Do you know how fucking dangerous car washes are? Car stream while waiting at the scrub wash. Ah! Do not wash the rat. I wash on my own. They're insanely dangerous. Yeah, you should not go in a car wash without a car. We'll just throw you in on the no-touch setting. Drink the car wash water. You think I'll get superpowers if I drink the car wash water? You have to have you. I need more. You just become water boy? I don't want to puke up water, though. Like, I love water boy, but I feel like puking up water... Is it like he's actually puking, or is it more like he's hawking a loogie? Because I think if he's just like... If it's more like hawking a loogie, I'd be like, okay, it's uncomfortable, but like not... I do not want to puke it up. Constantly. I fucking hate that. To also just always be wet as well, like, high key sucks. Saliva glands? That might be it. It could be like the saliva and sweat glands of him are all like water. Because he's also constantly wet, like always. So to me, that reads like he's leaking water everywhere. It's probably like breathing. Yeah, maybe. He just always makes like an noise before he does that. Dude, doesn't he just constantly... Wasn't there a scene in the movie where he, like, it shows that he has to, like, diarrhea out water all the time? Or not in the movie, in the game? Wasn't that a thing? Chewbacca, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you. Chat, can we get some plinks in the chat for Chewbacca and the gifted sub? Thank you so much. It's puking then. That's what I'm saying. He has like a constant diarrhea of water that he has to get out of his system. It was plinks and not hearts. That's okay, Minnie. You could put hearts as well. I don't mind. I just like showing my... I like it when chat shows appreciation over someone gifting a sub because it means a lot to me. And I can't plink myself because I'm doing stuff. AKA I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I stopped drawing like 5 minutes ago. In it on a cue. Chat, fun fact, I really wanted to make a cover of this song. Like, really badly. Oh, create proof that we're all screwed. I only wanted you. What's up, Minnie? Lucy in the sky. Whoa! Chewbacca, thank you so much again. Holy shit. Being so nice to me today. Thank you. Can we get some more plinks? Chat, more plinks? Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm really bad at handling when people are nice to me. So, like, I'm fighting the urge to, like, be mean. I don't want to be mean. You guys don't deserve me being mean. Hype train, hell yeah. I want to get... I've got it. Three stream streak, hell yeah. Chewbacca, I can absolutely give you a hug. Give me 1 second. Let me clear my throat real quick. Ugh. Alright. The throat has been cleared. Alright. Chewbacca, come here. Come here. I hope you enjoyed your hug, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for the gifted subs and everything. I want to take this. Let's take this. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes your body just needs to rest, so laying down can do that. That is true. I do that all the time. I have this thing I've been doing for the past few weeks. So I used to do big nap every Monday and Wednesday. I used to do big nap. It was like a 6-hour nap, and it was because I never got enough sleep on Monday and Wednesday because those were my work days. And I would take a big nap, but lately, Wolf's been having days off on Monday and Wednesdays, so he doesn't let me take a nap. He's like, we're hanging out instead. And so at about 9 p.m. every night, I start crashing hard. And I always do this thing where no matter what I'm doing, I put my head down for about 20 minutes and I power nap. And then I'm good for like another 5 hours. I don't know what it is. I've been doing it like on like clockwork. I put my head down and I'm essentially gone for like 20-30 minutes. And then I come back up. I lift my head back up and I'm like, oh, I'm awake now. Okay. And it's so funny because I think to myself like, oh, that's gonna happen like in an hour or something. I'm gonna be back in that point. I'm gonna have to go to bed early. But no, it just doesn't happen. My naps are apparently 20 minutes now. Well, and I'm always like sitting at my desk when I do it. I'll be sitting at my desk. I'll be in VC. I'll be sitting at my desk in VC. And people will be doing something. I'll put my head down for like 20 minutes and then I'll come back up and people will still be doing something. And I'll be like, all right, I'm back now. My naps are not even minutes, but hours. Minnie, I usually take like 6-hour naps. Like my naps are sleeps. I don't nap. I either 20-minute shut-eye or 6-hour nap. I also... my sleeps tend to be 12 hours. This is coming from a guy who regularly sleeps 12 hours. Like, I don't know. I like 2 hours that I get woken up by people. That sucks, actually. You should have like a little thing on your door saying, napping, do not disturb. Blah. The lowest I can nap is 3 hours. That's so real.
I'm deciding if I want to put blush on him. Sorry, chat. I've been... And what kind of blush I want to put on him. His blush is still very pink. So I might do that even though he doesn't have horns. Although now I'm thinking these days I want to go in hibernation mode so I can fully rest, right? Like how I got 13 hours sleep one time this year, but somehow always wake up before 10 a.m. these days. I think that's just because that's what your body is programmed to do. We don't give our bodies enough credit, I feel like, chat. Hold on. I need to... When your body is used to waking up at a certain time every single day, it's going to wake up at that time. Even if that means that you sleep less or more. Teacher mode is doing something to me? Yeah. I think it's just your what is it, your rhythm, your what if I become less a bear? I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you just need to understand that you're gonna wake up around that time, so you should plan around it. Even if that means you have to go to sleep a little earlier than you want to. I go through phases where my rhythm puts me on 2 p.m. I will not wake up until 2 p.m. It does not matter if I went to sleep at 9 p.m. I will find a way to sleep until 2 p.m. And that's not very good for me. But right now I'm on a 12 p.m. one, which is a lot better for me. So I'll sleep until 12 p.m. And then doesn't matter what time I went to bed, which I think is very nice. That's where I want to be. I'm so tired of getting on these sleep schedules where I'm up until like 6 a.m. and then I sleep until 2 p.m. Alright, chat, we finished this. We have this. He was cute, he was lovely, he was awesome. And now we have this. He's very cute. I don't know which one I like better. There's something so iconic about this one. Like, this one was just so, like... I don't know how to describe it, but this one was just so iconic. I use this one so many places. You toss them in the rat trap, what the fuck? I feel like this one looks a lot chiller. Like, this one is ready to, like, actually sleep. This one's, like, trying to be actively cute while sleeping. This one... Oops. This one is like, fuck you guys, I'm sleeping. Hi, Karui. How are you? Mods, can we get a shout out for Kaorichi, please? Pretty please. How are you doing? Look, we remade a rat. This is a emote that I made, like... Chat, how long did I make this? Like, 3 years ago, maybe? And we just remade him today. He's very nice, very silly. Very eepy, very sleepy. Nah. I keep going back to him. I love it. I just woke up. Oh, just woke up. How was your sleep? How was your eep? Okay. Let's find our next Our next target, Chet. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hold on, Chet. This is gonna really suck, and it's gonna take a little bit of looking, so bear with me for a second. I really want to find my headbang emote and see if I still have the clip file for it. It's not in there. Where would it be? Oh my gosh, I have my OG? Dude, I just found the clip file in my OG one. Look at him. I can take all this stuff off. That's so funny that I kept that. I've been sleeping on the ground since I moved my bed to a new place across the state already, but it's good as it could be. Oh no. I hope your ground sleep was not too intolerable. I didn't realize I lightened it up so much. I have no memory of doing this. That's so funny. Oh my god. Such a little cutie. I'm gonna keep him. I don't want to get rid of that. I need to stop blinking like that. What the hell? Alright, let's keep looking. I might not have it anymore, chat. I have a feeling I have it somewhere still, because I feel like I've seen it. But there's a good chance we just don't anymore, and that sucks, but it is what it is. That's such a shame. The squeaky squeaks? Yeah, the squeaks of an air mattress low-key suck. Where even is my headbang emote? Oh, well, I can't open it, so it's gonna... I'm so sad, Chad. I was really hoping that somewhere I would have the headbang. the headbang clip file still. There's so many things I still have, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool that I kept that.
but I probably deleted it. I'm very sad. I've never had a squeaky air mattress. It's not that they're squeaky, it's like they make so much noise. I don't know how to explain it. They don't necessarily squeak though. It's just that anytime you move in them, like, every movement in an air mattress makes a noise, right? And like, for someone who's used to like sleeping on a bed that doesn't make noise when you move around, it could be very it could be super jarring. Hi Ace the Dragon, welcome in. I was looking for a specific file to hopefully open, but couldn't find it, so I actually have to open up. I have to convert a GIF into an MP4